Hello and welcome to the next episode of the Fat Loss in 15 podcast. So, just got from work, just finished working out, and I've been quite consistent with these YouTube episodes with side quests with Scott and the Fat Loss in 15. And what I'm finding from the data here, that I'm looking at all the analytics of it all, is people seem to prefer when I just kind of go off the cuff and just kind of say what I'm thinking and just kind of ramble. And I'm definitely getting a lot more views on the side quests with Scott, you nosy bunch. But I don't want to stop doing these because these provide the real actionable content for you guys to actually make progress and learn what we do and why we do it and how it can help you. So the other day, I was actually writing what we'd call like a mission-led Instagram reel, and I thought I'd just kind of briefly go over that before getting into what your action steps and stuff are for today. So essentially, the real reason why we opened Club 300 back in 2021 is because there's such little trust in the fitness industry, and it got so bad during COVID because everyone had all this excess cash. Everyone had all this excess time, and loads of people or loads of coaches took advantage of this by going fully online, charging people a premium for what was not really a service, and loads of people got burnt. And then over the years, more and more and more people started jumping on the bandwagon of being a PT. At one point, it seemed like everyone either wanted to be a barber, a PT, or a tattoo artist, and it was like everyone was becoming those jobs, which is great because it's a great job, but it just made it way harder for the people who were committing to it for the long term, the people who really wanted to make a difference in the industry. And that's what I feel like we are actually trying to do. And it brought me to this realization when I was writing this mission-led script the other day, is that there is not a lack of information. There's a lack of execution. With this massive growth of the fitness industry on social media, there's all sorts of fitness influencers doing here's our new workout, here's what I eat in a day, here's more information about training, more information about diet, more information about hacks and tips for you to get shredded in 6 weeks' time. And the funny part of it is it all just contradicts each other. They'll say one thing one week, one thing the next week, and no wonder so many people are so confused. And when you get confused and you start overthinking things, you get paralysis by over-analysis and nothing gets done. And there's always a phrase that I've said for years, and it is nobody got in shape by sitting on the couch learning about fitness, which is a bit ironic because if you're watching this, that's probably what you're doing right now. I know some people are out watching them as they go on a walk, but you get in shape by going out and doing the actions, no matter how messy, no matter if you feel like you're making a fool of yourself or if you're doing the wrong things. You just need to start, get going, and actually try and fail, learn and build confidence through your actions. So when we came to realize that information is not the issue, actually too much information is the issue. Execution is what people really need. So that is why we built Club 300 coaching. But then there was more than that. There was the aspect of one-to-one PT. It delivers sessions, but it struggles in support, accountability, and guidance. And then online coaching is the flip side of that. It delivers guidance, support, and accountability, but doesn't deliver that face-to-face element that so many people need. And then it's got to be enjoyable, and people find the gym unenjoyable. They're scared of it. They find it's anxiety inducing, it's intimidating because first off, they don't know what they're doing. And second off, it seems overwhelming and full of people who do know what they're doing, even though they don't really, that's the kind of, even, that wasn't a word, even if they don't know what they're doing, it leaves you feeling like you're the only person who's there struggling, not knowing what to do. And that kind of trifecta is why you think that you don't like the gym. So we took one-to-one PT's ability to get the hands-on coaching. We took the support and the accountability and the guidance of the online coaching. And then we got the environment where you're training with like-minded people on the same journey in a space that is coached and designed not to be overwhelming. And we put those three elements together and built Club 300 coaching to be what it is. So you have the guidance and the roadmap to know exactly what you should be doing. You have the accountability and the support to help you when life gets messy and you're not 100% sure if what you're doing is right. And then you've got the environment so you can actually enjoy the gym and have the training partners and make the friends in the space so you can keep coming back consistently enough for long enough to actually see the results you're looking for. So we're not actually trying to bridge the gap between what traditional fitness is that leaves so many people lacking to more modern fitness and give what people need in this overcomplicated, busy modern life where social media seems to rule all. And I don't know really why I'm going on this kind of almost partial rant right now. I was just writing a bunch of emails and writing this script here, and it was just, I want to make people more aware of what we do, and I 100% with conviction believe in what we do works, and we have, I think, over 50 video testimonials from people who have gone through this journey alongside another 100 other written testimonials, and I'm feeling I'm not good enough at sharing it to social media and getting it out there in the world. So this is what I'm trying to do right now. So that is where we've started this Fat Loss and 15 episode. So now we're just going to get onto some action steps, because that is what this episode is meant to be about. Number one, well, actually the context of today, it is lovely outside. I was just sitting out there thinking, should I do it outside? Should I do it outside? But it's maybe still a little bit too cold to be sitting out in my t-shirt. Summer is fast approaching. The heat coming off that sun was quite substantial, to say the least. So summer is going to be fast approaching. We've just taken our March intake, or our Strong by Summer. 4 spaces are gone, only 1 remain, and we have another 3 or 4 days before this intake closes, and then nothing will open until April. So if you are watching this, because this is going out right now after I record it, and you want that last space, make sure you get in contact, because any other applications between now and the end of March go into that April intake. So you can get in early, pre-save your spot, and we can get going from there. Okay, so action step number 1, stop trying to do everything at once. And this is the common theme that we see. January, motivation is really high, so it's easy to get into the gym and you can get yourself there even though you hate it. February, motivation starts to fade, a lot of people drop off, and the initial buzz kind of wears off, especially if you've not been sure what you're doing and you're feeling a bit anxious and overwhelmed. And then we get to March, motivation is gone. There's no urgency before summer because you still have 12, 16 weeks, so what's the rush? So you kind of drift through the month, doing a wee bit here, dabbling there, and then before you know it, it's April, and your life gets busy. Loads of social events start coming up. It's the Easter holidays, work gets busy, the kids have loads of stuff on, so you get through April and you haven't really done anything, you're still dabbling, and then May rolls around, and then before you know it, you've got 6 weeks until your holiday. So you slash all your calories, you increase your step count, and you go hell for leather in the gym, HIIT class, spin class, double sessions. So not only are you starving yourself, you're then battering your body into the ground and wondering why you hate it. So my advice to you, don't do that, funnily enough. Start now, do the absolute bare minimum. Get 8K steps in, train 3 times a week, and look at improving your habits around sleeping, look at improving your habits around eating, eat protein, eat good quality foods, and just be consistent with it. Don't overwhelm yourself. As you get better at it, as it becomes part of your life, you start refining it. You start layering in more habits. There's not many more to layer in apart from that. Just refining it, improve. Maybe do an extra session, maybe add in some cardio, maybe up your steps, maybe increase your protein, maybe reduce your calories. You don't need to do it all at once. Pick 1 or 2 things, get really good at it, refine it, and then layer on. That's all you need to do. Give yourself the time to change. Like I am right now. Me and Lucy started our diet on Monday. It's now Wednesday, and my stag do's not till May, but the wedding's not till September. We're giving ourselves the time to change, so it's not a stressful endeavour. So I can go out and have my curry tomorrow night, so I can go out for dinner on Friday night, so you can have some pints on Saturday and watch the Six Nations. The more you try to cram it in, the less time you're going to have for life, and the worse it's going to feel. It really is that simple. Yet every year I see the same pattern. Okay, action point number 2. Your environment needs to help you. And I just spoke about that, how typical traditional gym spaces make it so much harder because you feel anxious and overwhelmed. And that means you're relying on motivation, discipline, and willpower. And all of them are finite resources. What is not finite is having an environment that suits you, that makes you enjoy it, that makes you want to keep coming back. So what can make that easier to stick to? Book your sessions in advance, have a training partner, or have a coach that is going to keep you accountable and keep you coming back. And again, if you need this stuff, get in contact right now. There's only 1 space missing. And then number 3, track your consistency, not just your results. So people get too focused on the actual end result and not enough on the process. If you focus on the process, the results come. One thing that we used to do that was super simple, and honestly, the first time I did this was the first ever online coaching program that I ran. It was called the Body Confidence Project, and it was 4 weeks long. That was it. Just got an A4 sheet of paper, and on it, I did Monday to Friday across the top, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday down the left hand side, and then a second row was, I think it was steps, protein, did I train today, water intake, did I exercise today, or did I already say that, and total calories, something along those lines. It was like 5 things, and all it was, you printed it off, you stuck it on your fridge or somewhere that you're going to see a lot, just as a visual reminder, and then every single day you just go and you tick it off and you fill in your details. The reason this works, number one, the visual reminder, because that's a great way, somewhere that you're going to see a lot, a great way of actually reminding you to do it, because that's so important. That's a big, massive part of it. And then just having it down on paper, having it out of your head, getting the data down there, and it means you can use it as data and not rely on emotion. And emotion's what trips us up the full time. So if you've got the data there, you can't rely on emotion because you know what's actually happening. So simple as that, and track that. And even from the process of tracking alone with no other information, we saw people lose upwards of 10 pounds in 4 weeks from this alone. Follow the data, follow the plan, and stay consistent. Really should be that simple. Okay. And number 4, reduce the guessing in your training. This is something that we spoke about earlier. We have a new coach that was in shadowing today, or a potential new coach, should I say. And when he was doing his interview, he was talking about how much he loves programming. And I think he might have got a bit of a shock today in our sessions when he saw how simple the programming was. Because I remember when I first started coaching, and this actually applied for a job down at Ultimate Performance, which is a huge big gym, like really high-end gym chain. And part of the interview was to write a program. And I loved it. But did it take me a long time? Yes, it took me like 3 days to write one program. And it was so overcomplicated, so overly nuanced. And obviously didn't get me the job, but it was just ridiculous. I mean, there would be no benefit of that program over the simple programs that we work. So keep your plan simple and make it repeatable, because it's the repeatable bit that gives you the results, not the complication of the program. And finally, what's this one? Number 5, ask yourself one honest question. If you're struggling, this is an honest question. If you're struggling with consistency right now, what is it? Is it motivation you're lacking? Or is it having a simple plan to follow? Or is it having trust in yourself to follow through? Which one is it? It might be a combination of all 3, because building that trust for yourself, having a clear plan, and having somebody to hold you accountable is where the change really happens. Okay, don't think that was my best episode right there. I feel like I did a lot of rambling and a lot of stumbling over my words, but I am tired and I did want to stay consistent and I wanted to get this out. So that's why I just sat down as soon as I got home from work, turned the camera on and got recording. And that is the crux of it. And that is probably the most important thing that I've told you this whole episode. And it took me 13 minutes to get there. So hopefully you enjoyed it. And I've just finished recording some side quests with Scott. So there'll be a new episode coming Monday. Keep your eyes peeled, and if you're enjoying it, give me a follow, give me a like, drop a comment, and make sure to follow along. All right, see you soon, guys.